Hello and welcome back to Jordan of Time, my 199 at a time hardcore Ironman. Since the last episode, I've been doing a lot of high alching, I've been doing a lot of book running in the Arceus library, and I've achieved 99 magic. So I forgot to bring money with me. I'd put myself in here ready for the episode, and yeah. I knew I'd forget something important. Right, now that we've got the cash that we need, let's get that cape. Buy one magic cape tea. And let's get rid of all that useless stuff. Just see. Oh, my feet are going through the floor. Oh well. Beautiful. Of course. New cape. New emote. Fairly tame one. I believe this one allows you to change the spellbook. Yeah. I can't remember how many times a day that is, but that will be a bit more useful when I have more than just access to the main one in Arceus. Because we don't have Ancient or Lunar yet. Now, I can't remember how much these cost. I also can't remember if I can actually wear these. 20 defense. Thought that was the case. Oh well. It's going to be a while before we can wear some really good magic gear then, I guess. Oh, fun, but oh well. It's time to talk about what we're doing next. And I've been thinking about it, and I've been back and forth constantly. I might actually need some money before we do anything. I'm going to need some clothes. Because I've decided that I'm going to bite the bullet and go to do something that's a bit slower. And do magic. Not magic. Just done magic. Do HP. And I believe I can buy magic clothes over here. I think. Nope. To the OSRS wiki. It's not this shop, it's the other one. I knew there was one in Baroque. And if I want the robe top, I'm gonna need to fight for it. Okay. I think I've had to come back to Lumbridge. Let's do a little account progress update on how long have I been here. That one. Yeah, that's a lot. That is. I should be a bit disappointed with that, really. That's quite a lot. Almost a third of the time since I started the account, I've been playing it. Basically a job. But it's fine. We managed to do magic in about 3 weeks. It's not all going to be 3-month grinds like crafting was. I think that one was awful. Runecraft was slow, but I did have 3 weeks where I wasn't really playing. And magic was quick. Like, we're all good. Oh, and I have to disable this now. PC, that one. I've not got a lot of health, but I should hit hard, so I believe magic level is magic defense. Is that right? And I only need to do this until I get the robe top. I'll probably have access to better magic gear later, but right now this is the best I can do, because the only things that I can think of are blue wizard robes, mystic, which I don't have access to, and barrows. What's it called? Arims? Arims. But I can't get that without prayer, so it's gonna be these for now. I'm hoping somebody can tell me what's good for essentially a pure when it comes to magic gear. And the blue wizard robe. Wonderful. So we can eat and get back up to full. And I need to make one small change to what I'm wearing right now, because I'm terrible when it comes to picking up loot, especially coins. And I'm going to need to replenish that. So, I believe I need a ring mold, dragonstone, gold bar, and then enchant dragonstone. 15 of each of those, is that right? Yeah. Memory has not failed me today. So, obviously, a ring of wealth. I need something to pick up those coins, because I'm going to be killing a lot of things, and a lot of things will be dropping coins. So I need to get those picked up rather than wasting potentially only a few K, but depending on what I end up fighting in later levels, potentially a lot of GP, which I could do with, because I've only got 3 mil in the bank right now. Make a dragonstone ring. Enchant that. Ring of wealth. And I believe you don't need to charge it for it to pick up coins. Only one way to find out, because I'm going to be training on goblins for a little bit until I've got some HP. And I should be able to get some chainmail to do the goblin diplomacy quest if I want. I mean goblin mail, not chainmail. What am I on about? And sold goblin head. These are good as well. I will be needing to do prayer at some point. Sure, we'll take a bronze square shield, why not? Oh, I should probably pick up bones as well. So much loot. And yes, that picks up the coins for me. Nice. Well, I'll be killing goblins for a bit. Right, so I've got 15 HP. Not a requirement for anything, but I'm going to use that as a requirement. Because as much as I love killing goblins, it's not the most efficient thing I can do. But I can give myself a little boost before I do what I'm going to do next. Because ideally, I'd like as much magic output damage as possible. I'm still going to stick with using Fire Strike because I want to save my blood runes for when I'm against stuff that has a lot of HP. So I'm going to need a Dragonstone, some gold, and a ball of wool. I believe that's how you make them. Going for an Amulet of Glory, obviously. Like, I don't even need to try and hide this. I think everyone knows that if you need a quick boost to your stats, that's what you're going to do. Why am I going to Lumbridge Furnace? Oh, my brain's not turned on. So, gonna get Dragonstone Amulet. Is that how you do it? Just full of wool? Yeah. Oh, it looks so weird it being that way around. Of course, I forgot to take the runes out. Because that would, that would have been the smart thing to do. While Sun does it. And enchant. Now, why do I want an Amulet of Glory? Well, getting hit points and later prayer XP is going to be a bit of a task. And I'm hoping... Yeah, there is a teleport for it. But luckily, Pest Control exists. And if I recall correctly, Pest Control has points that you can get for HP. But I know for a fact that it has points that you can... It does have HP. Oh, nice. But it also has prayer. And that's just as important. These are good too. Don't need the magic one, obviously. And these could be useful later on as well. Who knows? No, it's 3 for the UK one, or is that the American one? German. I thought there was more than one server for Pest Control. I guess I'm wrong. But I need the easy boat. That's all I can do. Which one is easy? Is that this boat? No, that's veteran. That's intermediate. Novice. There we go. Good. I don't think I have the level for veteran, for intermediate, and I definitely don't for veteran. But I'm fine fighting the lower level monsters, at least for now. Once we've got a few HP levels, then we'll be good to go. Right, so let's see if I remember how to play this. I have not played Pest Control for many years. Luckily, this is a safe death. And that's another reason why I want to do this whilst I'm a low level, because I know I'm going to die a lot. Oh boy, that hit hard. 3 points and 520 gold. That's not too bad. So we just need to do this however many times until we get to a level where I feel comfortable doing something a bit higher. I know that I could probably do the higher levels. I need to not let the team down, and I can be a bit slow and a bit useless. I guess it's time to discuss my choice. Last episode I said I would need to choose HP or an actual skill, and my decision didn't come easily. I pretty much made it as I was buying the magic skill cape. I really couldn't decide, but in the end I thought about how much content I've avoided so far due to the fear of taking too much damage, and my general philosophy of wanting to get the slowest skills out of the way first. I fully expect HP will take a good few episodes to get to 99. But because HP is going to take a while, I decided to try something which I've never done before, and is new content to me. The gemstone crab. The crab that can't fight back. Ah yes, AFK methods, and ones which don't require any input on my part. Sure, I'm getting less XP per hit than if I was to kill something properly, but when I'm working, this is great. Using Fire Strike, I'm only getting about 5k XP an hour, and that's pretty awful. But I don't need to do anything, so I can deal with it for now. And besides, I'm only using Fire Strike. Who knows what the XP rates will be like when I'm using better spells. I'm saving the better runes for later, when I might actually feel comfortable enough to start killing some proper enemies. Enemies which could kill me and get rid of my silly red helmet. And I have so many mind runes, so I may as well use them on the lower levels, when the levels will still go by quite quickly. Well, that's what I thought. Less than 2 days at the crab and I've used up 20,000 mind runes. Level 52 hit points, which I guess is nice, but it means each mind rune works out to less than 4k XP per rune, so I'm going to need more runes. Luckily I can buy mind runes in bulk, but I think I'll give Wind Bolt and Wind Wave a chance first. See how far I can get with the runes I have, then see what's worth getting more of. Although, I will probably go and kill actual monsters when my HP is a little higher. Either that or go back to pest control. For now though, killing the crab whilst working is decent enough passive XP that I can't complain too much. So I've been at the crab for a few days and wanted to change of pace. After a few rounds at pest control, I've decided to start on my new interim goal, Dragon Slayer. Well, up until actually completing the quest, as I don't want the reward XP. It's an iconic quest, and as I've had quite a few sparks of nostalgia and few realisations of how boring I was as a child whilst leveling this account, I think it's only fitting that I get Dragon Slayer done at some point. I remember the quest being extremely difficult to a 10-year-old Jordan, and Elvarg being seen as the ultimate fight. This was back when I had never had access to membership, and in 2005, there really wasn't too much in free-to-play that rivaled Elvarg. But to get Dragon Slayer, I'm going to need quest points. So, time to knock out 2 quests. The first, Ernest the Chicken. I've done this quest so many times. I know I need to poison the fish food and feed the fish. I know I need to get the tube from the zombies room. And I forgot how to get down to the room with the cells. But once in there, with a little trial and error, I got the doors open and got the can of oil. Back up to Professor Odenstein, and that's a smooth 4 quest points. Then, teleport to Falador to speak to a snot-nosed brat who doesn't understand that you shouldn't play with your balls near creepy women's houses. So, I break into the creep's house, search through her stuff to get a magnet, forget where the mouse hole is, and end up looking through her delicates drawer.
Frilly things! We hit the jackpot!
I finally remember what I'm meant to do, which is to drop some cheese for a mouse to come out. And then, I use the magnet on the mouse. What I specifically did will remain unsaid, as it is an affront to nature. And finally, I made my way into the creep's garden. Once there, I try to run, only to remember that running turns my dainty footsteps into jackhammers, and the creep spots me immediately. She kicks me out the house, and I have to do everything all over again. This time, I remember to walk, and I get to the shed where the boy said the woman put his ball. I try the door, and it's locked. I try the keys I stole from her house, but it doesn't budge. Defeated, I decide to go and drown myself in the garden fountain, as I don't think I could face a crying child without his ball in my hands. When I get there, surprise surprise, a key! Before drowning myself, I think I should at least try the key, to see if it fits the lock on the shed. And it does. I enter the shed and see the creep's previous victim standing there. The poor child had turned purple from being locked in the shed for however long, so I thought it best to put it out of its misery. As the purple child died, it turned into a spider. Maybe the spider was what turned the kid purple, so I thought it best to kill that too, as I can't have it getting out of this shed. Once the spider was dead, a purple bear appeared, and my ability to create an interesting narrative failed, because where the hell did that come from? Seriously. After the bear died, its skin disintegrated to show it was actually a wolf in bear's clothing. I guess the people of Gillinor don't think a wolf in sheep's clothing has the right sort of ring to it. When the wolf died, I took the ball but saw the purple child return. Maybe I can't actually save the poor thing's soul after all. So, with a heavy heart, I leave it there, not knowing what that woman will do with the child, or if it's even a child at all anymore. I sneak out of the garden and return the ball to the child, and tell him to play with his balls in private, away from creepy adults who want nothing more than to play with them too. It's also at that moment that I remember there's no real police force in Gillinor, and this woman will inevitably go unpunished for her crimes. I decided it would be time to try killing some actual monsters, and getting some actual drops. After looking through the list of monsters with low magic defense, I ended up on black demons due to their high HP and awful magic defense. There's only one place that I know about black demons, and that there's a safe spot for them. And, well, I think the footage shows just how little I know about combat in this game. I've never been big on combat, and I'm very panicky about it. And once I realise I'm poisoned, that's it. My brain turns off. I forget that I have runes to teleport to Falador, so I run to the bank. And I forget about the shortcut over the wall, so run all the way around to get back to the bank. It really shows just how little I think about things ahead of time. Once I get to the bank, I realise I don't have an anti-poison, but luckily remember that strange fruit acts as an anti-poison. So I head back to the Tavley dungeon. And I forget where the safe spot is for black demons, and run through the lot of them, just asking to be killed before finally setting on a spot. I get to killing them, not really looking for anything in particular, just here for the XP really, and a few drops. However, after realising only one demon will actually follow me to the safe spot, it makes me think this isn't going to be the best way to train up. So in the end, I end up only killing about 25 of them before I head to pest control, as my research found that brawlers are also good for me to kill due to their high HP and low magic defense. I'll probably come back to the black demon in the future, probably when I have a higher defense and can tank some hits though, as they do drop herbs fairly regularly, which will be good to save up for when I tackle Herblore. After just 2 weeks, I've burned through 35,000 mind runes, 15,000 chaos runes, and over 80,000 blood runes. All of this just for level 74 HP. 1.1 million XP. About 2/3 of that came from blood runes. So that means I'm going to need about 1 million blood runes. Ouch. Ouch. So, as I end the video today, rather than simply asking you to like or subscribe, I ask that if you know of a monster which drops blood runes at an okayish rate, can be safe spotted, and ideally has an elemental weakness, please let me know in the comment section. Black Demon's water weakness is pretty good, but there's only one which seems to follow you to a safe spot. Anku's air weakness is probably the best, as it means I'm only using catalytic runes against them. However, the only safe spot I know about, which is in the Stronghold of Security, is pretty awkward. As I tried to kill some Ankus this week, but kept getting pulled out of the safe spot, and everything in the Stronghold hits like a truck, and I have no food left. Combat really isn't something I've really engaged much with RuneScape, as I much prefer skilling over combat. so I don't really know what the best things are. The wiki can give facts, but players who actually enjoy the combat side of the game are more likely to give guides and information. A huge thanks in advance for any advice or suggestions you give, as training combat as a primary objective is very new to me. I usually just train it on the side. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you again in a fortnight when I'm probably only level 81 or something. Bye!